Doing butter chicken is a bit a little lengthier than doing any other curries that you have seen so far on DIY Currying with Anil. We'll be doing this in two parts. Part one is doing the chicken, because we need to roast the chicken, which we call the tandoori marination. So we'll be doing tandoori marination, marinate the chicken, roast it separately, and we'll be doing the sauce separately and then put the two together. Let's begin with prepping the chicken first, and then we move on to the marinade. What we need to do is we need to give gashes on the meat all around wherever you can, but don't do it too deep because the meat is going to fall apart afterwards. So this is how we do it, and as far as possible take the fat off and then give gashes to this as well, because this helps the marination to go deep inside. Now we'll be doing chicken marination in two parts. One is the initial marination, the first marination, where we start with ginger garlic paste. So I'm going to use 3 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. 2 and 3 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. Then I'm going to use half tablespoon of garam masala, half tablespoon of salt, and I'm going to use lemon juice of 2 lemons here, so I'm going to use half of it now, and then we mix this up. So this is going to be the first marination. We marinate the chicken first, leave it in the fridge for about 20 minutes. In the meantime, we make the second marinade. Get the second marinade ready and put the chicken back in the fridge. In the meantime, we can do the sauce while the chicken cooks. Later on, as the chicken cooks in the oven, we will be making sure that the marination goes deep into the gashes. That is very important. Indian food, as any other food, is basically following the steps in food. So while the chicken we just marinated is chilling in the fridge, we're going to do the second marinade. And for the second marinade, what we need is, as we go, what I have here is 100 ml of oil. So we put the oil in first. Here goes the oil, followed by, this is red chili. It is Kashmiri red chili. We use 3 tablespoons of this chili. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. 1 teaspoon garam masala. 2 tablespoons of kasuri methi. 1 teaspoon of black salt, and 1 tablespoon of chicken powder, which is a very special spice. It's called the chapli kebab. This adds the tanginess to the marinade. So we're going to add 1 tablespoon of this as well. So our second marination is ready. The chicken has rested enough. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put this marination on. The principle is the same. Try to rub the marination into the gashes so that it goes deep down into the meat, and the more it goes inside, the tastier your chicken is going to come out. The more time you give the marination to seep into the meat. the better it's going to be. I would say 24 hours is amazing time for the marination to go into deep into the meat. So here we have chicken marinated the second time round. So what we're going to do is we are going to prepare it to go into the oven, and to go in the oven. And here we go. The chicken is ready to go inside the oven, and the chicken goes into the oven. 1, 2, 3. We're going to start with oil. The oil goes in. We'll let it heat for a little bit, and then next that goes in is have 2 cinnamon sticks, maybe 1 inch long, broken into small bits. Here, then I have 8 cloves of green cardamom, and I have 8 cloves of 8 heads of cloves as well. So they go in. I'll allow them crackle a little bit. The spices are crackling in there, and the onions go in. Here we go. We move it around a little bit. So our onion is pretty much where we want it to be. And now what we do is we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. Pretty much all I have here. And we're going to saute it a little bit till the raw flavor of ginger garlic paste goes away. Here we go. Nicely browned here, and what I do is reduce the heat again, and now I put the spices in. It's very important. I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 teaspoons of Kashmiri chili. I'm going to add 1.5 of coriander powder, 1.5 of cumin powder, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of garam masala powder, and we stir it up. Tomatoes I'm using here is tin chopped tomatoes. I'm using 2 cans of 400 grams each, so it is 800 grams net weight of chopped tomatoes. Which we're going to simmer for a little while, so that 2 spoons of chicken powder, and now we cook it. So our sauce has been boiling for over 7 minutes now. The tomatoes are nicely cooked. I'm going to add cashew nut paste to it. I had soaked 150 grams of cashew nut last night in warm water, and I made the paste this morning. So it's nice, velvety, fine paste of cashew nut, which I'm going to add to the sauce. It's already in. Just make sure nothing is wasted here. It all goes in. That's it. And we mix the sauce and cook it for another maybe 5-7 minutes to get a uniformity, and then we will blend, and let's leave it for cooking for another 10 minutes. So while the sauce is simmering, as you see on the side, here we go. I'm going to reduce the flame a little bit. It doesn't get stuck at the bottom, it doesn't burn. And I just took the chicken out of the oven. You can see nice red tandoori chicken ready to go into the sauce. So what I'm going to do now is all the bigger pieces, I'm going to cut them into smaller ones just to reduce the size. Now to finish the sauce, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of honey. Depending on the quality of honey, I would suggest that you add it one by one to see how it doesn't get too sweet. And also what I will add to this is kasuri methi, which is dried fenugreek. Fenugreek, take it on my palm like this, and crush it. Crush it with my hand. I don't want to powder it too much because that will turn your sauce black. So I'm going to crush it with my hand, stir it in, and then I'll see if I have got enough of honey in it. If not, I might add another spoon. So let us see. Absolutely delicious.